I'm Janine Lisitsky, Executive Director at Women Against Abuse, the largest domestic violence service provider and advocacy organization in Pennsylvania, and one of the largest in the nation. I want to share with you some of the innovative progress that Women Against Abuse has made and enlist your help as we move forward towards eradicating domestic violence in our community. Each year we serve over 13,000 people through our shelter, other residential, legal, and education and training services. We have the only shelter in Philadelphia for domestic violence victims and their children. We have transitional housing where families can stay. We have community advocates who, when people move out from our housing, they can support them for 2 years within their own apartment, so that we're providing help for the long term, so that families can heal and become healthy and achieve their goals. Each year we have to turn away over 8,000 people who need safe shelter. We've been advocating to get the city to recognize the critical shortage of domestic violence shelter beds, and through Public Safety Committee hearings in City Council, they've released $3 million for a second domestic violence shelter. So it was a huge advocacy effort, and it's been a great outcome.
As a board member of Women Against Abuse, I am ecstatic when I see the renovation that was done at Sojourner House. I came there years ago after I was assaulted by my son's father. Women Against Abuse have provided safe housing for me and my son, and they also provided the care that my son needed. That first day that I lived at the shelter, it was a happy day and it was a peaceful day, because I finally had somewhere where I could lay my head. It was safe and it was mine for that moment. What Women Against Abuse is doing is ensuring that families have somewhere safe to go to, and that is what is key.
We recognize that the need for shelter is great, and we can't even meet it with 200 beds, but what we can do is create new possibilities for permanent, affordable housing. So Women Against Abuse has worked very hard with real estate developers, and they have set aside units for us for the long haul. This is permanent housing, so we're able to move a lot more people through and help people sustain the healing that they've had so far.
In addition to housing resources, Women Against Abuse operates the nation's first legal center for victims of domestic violence. Through the Legal Center, we provide legal representation and court advocacy for clients who are seeking protection from abuse orders, child custody, and support in Philadelphia's family court system. Over the past year, we've been able to use the Fast Track program to triple the number of clients that we've been able to serve at the Legal Center. Through this program, we can provide on-the-spot legal representation, advice, and information for victims who are seeking protection in Philadelphia family courts. This allows us to do immediate intervention to people who had otherwise never heard of Women Against Abuse or were aware of the services that we can provide.
We're going where people are most likely to interface with other systems. For instance, in the police department, we've worked together in order to change their incident report specifically for domestic violence, so that they gather a lot more information for prosecution. And we also use it so that our legal center can screen and call back the highest risk victims. We just made our 20,000th call through the telephone outreach project.
My name is William Spratley, and I became involved with Women Against Abuse as a spokesperson after my daughter's death in 2010. When I found out that she was killed, I was hurt, I was devastated. I wanted to do something to get the word out, to talk about her story, even though it was a tragedy to my family. To volunteer my time for this issue, it's the least I could do. I've had people, once my story was released to Women Against Abuse, come to me, lawyers and doctors, and said to me, you know what, William, I went through that. I may not know the young ladies that I'm speaking with or the gentleman I'm speaking with, but the comfort to know that I'm there to share Amelia's story, that's my way of giving back.
I invite you to join Women Against Abuse in our goal to eradicate domestic violence in Philadelphia. You can be part of our Walk to End Domestic Violence, sponsored by Senator Leanna Washington each October. You can join us on our website. You can pledge against violence there. Look up our I Pledge campaign. You can also follow us on Facebook or Twitter. You can donate and you can volunteer. There's many ways to be a part of this movement to end violence in our home and end violence in our community.